What up? It's your boy T-Man Reaction to Days Wrestling Wednesday. I was going to do another elimination video, but I'm a little pressed with time, so I'm going to push that one by and do it later on before Elimination Chamber as well, too. Is stuff that was supposed to happen. Because I want to highlight, check this video right here, as this guy was a prominent wrestler of the Elimination Chamber as well, too. As you think he has the most, for a while, he had like the most appearances in this at one point as well, too. He had back-to-back appearances at that as well too, and that is no other than Triple H. Well, this is talking about why Triple H was the most hated wrestler of all time, and that is facts as well too. From his time, starting from his time as the American Blue Blood, the Canadian Kid Blue Blood, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, till his early Hardy Hill runs as part of DX till before going babyface, and then his first well-known Hill run during the Attitude Era, the end of the Attitude Era leading to Return of XTX, and not to mention the infamous Reign of Terror as well too, and you also include his time as the part of as leader of the Authority as well too, where he was the most hated wrestler at the time too. But none beats his time during the 2000 late 90s 2000 run, early 2000 run as the heel as well too, and his Evolution / Reign of Terror as well too. The reason why I like to point this out as well too, because I always compare how the Reign of Terror is very comparable to the current Reign of Terror we're telling right now with the Roman Reigns Tribal Creep era as well too, where both of them, I feel like both his title run, his heel title run during the late Attitude Era, and the Reign of Terror all stem from him still as a apology for a long apology for his punishment for the curtain call incident as well too, where I said the same thing about Roman Reign of Terror is a long apology for his bad booking during his babyface run, as well as punishment to fans who was booing him during his babyface run too, which the ones who didn't boo him his babyface didn't kind of suffer as well too. So that's why I feel like this put two together. The reason why I said it, a lot of folks pointed out as why they was okay with the Reign of Terror and why they okay with the current running of Roman Reigns as well too. So I feel like, yep, that's possibly why we're dealing with we dealt with that bullshit back then, and we're doing the bullshit we're dealing with now. But either way, we're gonna get to why Triple H was the most hated wrestler as well too. It'd be crazy if they do point out what my theory as well too, why we dealt with the Reign of Terror and the earlier little somewhat of a Reign of Terror as well too with Triple H. Let's get it.
Few wrestlers have a character arc as heinous as Triple H. Who he was in the beginning compared to who he became in the end are two very different people.
Facts, because he ended up being the best, the most hated heel wrestler to the top, most hated, the beloved babyface behind the scenes. Especially current now, he has some more controversy involving the Vince McMahon situation, but still.
Focus on the in-between. We'll look at why the Blue Blood became the Cerebral Assassin, how the last man standing from the Clique played the game, beat it, and then ruled it. But to do all this, he had to become the sickest SOB the industry had ever seen. For this video, we will look at
Trip and Jim Ross. And that's the only difference between that. We had Jim Ross, who made us hate that man, who contributed to making us hate that man, was his commentary towards him. Unfortunately, we didn't have that with the current Roman we have now. We had no heel commentator making us hate us, why he ended up being the quote unquote beloved villain, from hated hero to beloved villain. Hate that quote.
Triple H's most evil traits and despicable acts. We'll discuss how he masterminded his way to the top and then stayed there. We'll cover the lengths he had to go to, the people he betrayed, then screwed over along the way, and what it all meant in the end. Today, we highlight what made Triple H.
So this is why it's another rare time you should react to something about a villain. Because of it's pretty much all pure hatred towards him as well too. Same with Vince McMahon as well too. But if it ain't anything about showing a love for a heel, it ain't gonna happen. So you ain't gonna never see me react to a video of from hated hero to beloved villain with Roman and all that.
Since
And for the record, I never watched the WWE Evil bullshit because I don't roll with villains.
heel. First, let's briefly look at the foundations of Triple H's heel persona. His initial run as Hunter Hearst Helmsley offered little in the way of storyline or character substance, but what it did do was hone his craft as a student of the game by getting to wrestle everyone on the roster. Meanwhile, a strong work ethic and great attitude behind the scenes allowed Hunter to make bonds and form friendships. That eventually began to play out on television with the arrival of D-Generation X. And with that, Helmsley was off to the races, but not before a peek behind the curtain nearly ended it all. Yes, Hunter was the only one punished for the events of the kayfabe breaking curtain call, which saw real life friends that were heels and faces on TV share a moment together. But it was how then mid-carder Helmsley responded to being positioned down the card that set him up for greatness. Here, the true foundations of Triple H took shape, in the form of legit frustrations for taking the heat for something he only played a bit part role in.
Madison Square Garden, I walked in the ring to say goodbye to my friends, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Shawn.
That's the only reason why I feel like folks was saying some shit was legit about that as well too, because the little shoot interview he did, he was still in character.
Michaels, who got punished for that, JR? Me.
This was coupled with a passion that saw him eat, sleep, and breathe the business. In this game, Hunter Hearst Helmsley's mission could not fail. Leading factions has been synonymous with Triple H's career. He was ready to step into Shawn Michaels' shoes as the leader of D-Generation X in 1998. Eventually, Hunter leaned less on the comedy that made the group popular. He was becoming more vicious and cutthroat, and so to further set himself apart as a ruthless villain, he had to cut ties with DX. And while Helmsley played most
this is really the start of he coming the Triple H we hated. Ooh.
A support role in the corporation, it was only so we could move further up the ladder. Then, shortly after capturing the WWF Championship, Chyna was gone. It didn't matter how much she had done for Triple H, her presence would have thwarted Helmsley's next move.
If it wasn't for me, you'd be nothing. You got that?
There's a lot of people saying that what happened behind the scene with her for real too, between the two.
I made you, well, I can break you.
But it did make her more popular and on her own afterwards. I will say that, but still.
Out here and get your ass kicked, you big jacked up bitch.
Whoa!
He had done so much to be anti-established, he now had his eyes set on becoming the establishment. This meant marrying the boss's daughter. Once Helmsley reached the top, he was ready to let DX back in to help him stay there. The dynamic was like they needed him more than he needed them.
DX is together! DX is together!
Jimmer Rolls.
Even though DX played a crucial role in helping Triple H keep his title and fight off the
This why I always was like, if I didn't care about facing him, out of all the DX run, this would be my least favorite one. Or did I say that? Because it was more so they was ass kissing to the authority as well too. Well, at first it was against authority until then it became ass kissing to the authority with the McMahon Hemsley era thing. So yeah.
Faces. This was how the game manipulated and pulled the strings. Just like before, once the likes of X-Pac and Billy Gunn weren't enough use to him anymore, they were gone.
What?
Oh yeah, we turn to Billy.
Hey! What the hell?
Generals.
A similar situation played out with Evolution, but in a different way. While the members of DX were essentially expendable cogs in the wheel, Evolution was to be a faction that preserved the future of the business. But only at Triple H's leisure. In storyline, the group was a vehicle to keep the game on top of Raw as world champion. But at the same time, it would revitalize an old legend and create two upcoming stars.
So if you wake up one day and you're lying in a hospital bed and you're all beat up and you're wondering to yourself, what in the hell happened? Evolution has just passed you by.
Randy Orton and Batista were allowed to prosper at Triple H's pace. The minute they got too big for their boots, they were choiced with playing second fiddle to Hunter or evolving on their own. The latter of which meant turning on the man who helped them get to the dance. It was all calculated.
Always my favorite. So is on the top of your face, just right there, turn
Ric
there.
Flair, who never left Hunter's side, was put to the sword after finding individual success while Helmsley was away.
Yeah. This was definitely another. Oh yeah, he did it in front of the legends too. That was a real fucked up part. He did it for all them legends. He was talking shit to them too. That's what really made him despicable Lampard. Oh yeah. Oh my god. And then of course Jim Ross commentated was the centerpiece of his wall too.
Triple H could not stand to see someone overshadow him.
Oh, yeah.
Even when his days on the active roster were behind him, while a part of the Authority, Triple H was still the star of the show. Sure,
Back when I was a big fan of Roman, yup.
Randy Orton and Seth Rollins were the world champions. However, it was Hunter and Stephanie opening every show, feuding with the top babyfaces Daniel Bryan, Sting, and Roman Reigns.
My Roman. But yeah, we screwed Jay over. And the thing about it, I knew this was, and the thing about it, I had feelings this was coming. Because Orton had that money in the bank. I'm like, he about to screw. When I saw Orton come out, like, oh God, we about to get old school. We hated Triple H back, and we did.
This ultimately led to marquee WrestleMania matches, and just like in
He should
previous
not won
factions, when a
that
stable
match.
member became defiant or unruly, they were done for. After Evolution split for a second time, Triple H facilitated the destruction of the show, so Seth Rollins could be the WWE's top guy.
There's always
The plan B.
a plan B.
Oh boy. Still remember being
But
shocked.
when Rollins got injured after being
Yup.
pocket strapped by Steph and Triple H, he was deemed as fragile. In Seth's absence, the Authority collapsed. The Game was the last person standing and had to challenge for the
Yup.
WWE title himself.
And then he turned it on.
He would never put all his trust in just one man to carry the company again. Marrying into the McMahon family practically
yeah.
ensured Triple H had lifetime heat from certain fans.
Oh,
Firstly,
yeah.
because of how it played out on television as an angle, and then because of how it actually happened in real life and was put into storyline again. When it came to the story, Stephanie was eager to get revenge after what her brother and father had put her
This is
through.
why I always say that whole thing was it's like another one. Remember I said there's certain dilemmas in wrestling? That's why I say that whole thing with Stephanie was another one as well too, because that time their father was and Shane was Hale's the time when they did this to her, and then she clapped. Then at the time when they became babyface, she did what she did right there. So that's another dilemma that I got put in the wrestling way too. Like why screw her for why she did Tess dirty and did it to her father at the same time. It's like it was kind of like justified, and like that's what I hate about that's why I hate like heel turns with that kind of like situation right there, because like on paper you're supposed to hate the heel just like on Boom, but at the same time when they do just for shit like that, it puts you in a dilemma as well too, unless you're a heel lover and love anything bad thing as well too, or don't care. But friends like myself, it puts you in a dilemma, man, for real.
Where to, Stephanie?
But Triple
Almost laughed because it wound me up, buck it up, Teddy.
H still had the charm, manipulate, conspire, and coerce a scheme to make everything happen. Basically, he had to win over Stephanie privately, convince her to dump her fiance,
Oh, yeah.
then facilitate a great big elaborate ruse.
Have to watch this.
All to ensure the Game got a shot and won the WWF title, and then ultimately forced the other McMahons out. Then once it all came together and Hunter and Stephanie were running the show, the only way Vince and Shane could get their power back was if they joined forces
Yeah.
with the McMahon-Helmsley regime.
That's why I always say and that's why I said that. If I ain't care about heels or ain't facing heel, I still say this version of DX was my least favorite one, just because of that. Because they turned from being against anti-authority to kissing ass with authority.
Still chanting. This is humiliation. The indignity of
Becoming
this.
authority.
The Rock
Hold on.
get
And
this
funny
done.
by it, they are now really you are the authority behind the scenes. Well, mainly Triple H and Shawn, and somewhat Road Dogg, I think.
This showed just how plotting and conniving Triple H's character was. He outplanned, outsmarted, and defeated the most evil family in
Yeah.
wrestling by destroying them from
They
within.
deserve that. They deserve that
Get
drink
your ass kicked,
thrown at them.
or
You get your ass fired!
Helmsley forced them to accept him as the top wrestler in the industry.
marrying the boss to get ahead in business? Who thinks up that kind of stuff?
This is the only thing. This is why I love when he's a babyface, cause he makes jokes about shit he did as a heel, and and taught the heels for doing shit that he done as a heel as well too. Like, been there, done that. Or like the time he was a tweener and he talked about how as bragging about how he beat down Mick Foley. Yeah, I done that plenty of time. You mix like that poop that doesn't flush. He always comes back. That's the thing why I do love him as a babyface though, because he will dog you over the shit that you're doing as a heel that he's been there, done that, try something new. That's why MJF is so great as a babyface as well too, because he's doing the same shit he's doing right now. Know what I'm saying, he's gonna go ham when MJF if he does return to AEW, he's gonna go hard with that as well too.
Helmsley once said in a private saying all the way back in the late 90s that one day he wanted to run the company. This would soon become a true reality. He became a greater presence behind the scenes as time went on, earning an executive role. When this played out on screen as the Authority, it got Hunter some of the most heat of his career.
And true, but in terms later on down the line, he had to show that he had to get from off the screen to behind the scenes. And you know what? I'm not that bad of a guy. I got y'all.
They're saying it's your turn.
Not just because of how he was screwing popular stars, but also because of how he incorporated previous life issues, with top babyface Daniel Bryan being compared to the likes of Chris Jericho, Edge, and Rob Van Dam, all of whom weren't deemed best for business or considered enough of a draw to be a top guy, and three men who each, at one point, had heat with Triple H behind the scenes.
Guys like Jericho, Edge, Rob Van Dam. If any of those guys had been the face of the WWE, we'd all be working for Ted Turner right now.
Oh,
I
shit.
hate to be the one to break it to you, but you never drew a dime, buddy.
The game leaned heavily on the idea that he held down, buried, and politically
the golden shovel.
wrestlers.
He was they said John Cena was the golden shovel. Nah, he was the original golden shovel. He was the golden shovel.
His reign on top.
At WrestleMania, I put an end to your dreams, and I buried.
This is why if you ever saw like in the clubs video when they talking about Triple H, why Dub hated him. This is why. And this would be a good video for them to watch. Not just Ross doing his own, but him and Dub do it, man. And they should bring back Triple H just for this video, man.
It's greatly enhanced
Yo.
the authority of the Daniel Bryan feud in 2013
it's a
and
good video
2014.
right here.
By 2024, Triple H was the sole McMahon family presence in WWE, both on TV and behind the scenes.
And now he's one
he
of
was
the
the last
best
McMahon
face.
standing, and the only
And
one left with any
And he's the best babyface behind the scene of wrestling.
power. Triple H greatly benefited from being in groups and marrying into the McMahon family, destroying lives in the process. But when it all came down to it, the in-ring and physicality
Like I said, what we went through as a fan, when Triple H was on his terror of any time, oh my God, we wanted that man to. I don't want to say anything in my stuff, but we wanted some bad things to happen to him. That's how bad we hated him. Oh my God, yeah, wanted some bad things to happen to him over the time for the shit he done, man. Especially whether we were Jim Ross or Shawn Michaels, man. Oh my God, we wanted that man. We want some bad things to happen to him. That's all I got. I believe that. I'll just bring back memories.
was going to be where the cerebral assassin did the most damage. The game stopped at nothing to win. To be the best, defeating opponents wasn't enough for him. Helmsley made it a point to completely name his rivals.
Oh my God. Yup. Oh my God. Jim Ross. And Jim Ross. Boom. But Jim Ross was the centerpiece of making us hate that man because he said what everybody's thinking and we agreed with him.
Using his bare hands and all kinds of weapons such as the trusted sledgehammer.
Yup.
The sledgehammer showed just how sadistic Hunter was.
Oh, that
The fact he
sledgehammer.
used such a life-threatening object to destroy his opponents spoke volumes about the type of character he was.
That was a good ass sign. Not Ric Flair. That Hammer was his best friend. Good. Oh my God, that's a good sign right there. You got a little fan signs. Oh my God. Oh yeah. Boom. That one right there. That could be a fake one, but the way he did that, you would as a kid or a teen watching that, you were like, holy shit, he really whopped him aside the head with that hammer. Oh yeah, but he will protect it with the hand. But that was a rare time you see me. Oh my god! Oh yeah, fucking Hunter took some beatings. Ooh. Yup. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yup. Boy, it's the protected way he use it, but he'll use it. Ooh. But he'll. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Yup. But he used it as a face to some right here. But they were showing we use it as a face at times. Ooh, shit. Yup. But that was a face toe.
Learned what it took to end another man's career as Cactus.
Yeah, I like how they were showing some stuff as some stuff he done as a babyface, but with stuff with his stuff he used as heel tech as well too. Like the last few clips were pretty much babyface Triple A's. Showing that I ain't the one to be fucked with.
And referee Tim White saw their careers end at the hands of the
Oh my
assassin
god,
inside the
yeah.
cell.
Woo! Right. Yeah, oh my god. Poor Tim Wright. Ooh. And yeah, both of them but did some bumps. Yeah. But the fact that Tim White, man, I think his name Tim White name is, he took that bump. Oh my god. Never knew that was ending his career right there in the way, man. Ooh, I remember that bump. Dude. I thought it was just a typical a tough rough bump, but coming to find out while I watched that video referee that forced him to retire. Ooh, yeah.
The perfect place for Hunter to wreak havoc.
Hey, ooh, God, of course. Like you said, Mick Foley. Woo! Ooh.
After being handed the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw in
Oh,
September 2002.
Oh yeah, here we go. I would say that it's a debatable whose reign terror was worse between him and Roman right now. From the way they got it, I would say beginning wise, his was worse because it was the title. The title was handed to him. It wasn't like Roman like kind of took the title by signed a contract last minute after both Braun and Bray, the Fiend Bray, destroyed the ring, and he just took the spear and pinned him. At least he had some physicality. He just got the title handed to him. And ever since then, the rest was dire history, not history, dire history.
Triple H began what many fans referred to as his reign of terror. This was where Hunter held the title for the best part of 16 months all in all. While holding the big gold belt, the game defeated and usually destroyed everyone in his path, including a who's who of former WCW.
Ooh, don't remind me of that damn the Booker T, for something like me, that was who. Kevin Nash. Oh.
Somebody like you doesn't get to be a world champion. You think this is over between us, Goldberg? Well, it's not. It's not over.
Ooh, yeah, that
title reign
back the head joint.
He won more matches cleanly compared to your typical heel. If Hunter said something on television, it usually came to fruition at the pay-per-view. All of this earned him a lot of heat from fans. Triple H borrowed heavily from Ric Flair during his reign of terror. Hunter, who idolized Flair, wanted to be the working heel that could get a good long match out of everyone, just like Nate back in his day. The old Attitude Era brawling matches were gone in favor of a more methodical main event style. The game began dressing in suits and also wore different colored trunks for the first time in his career. And to top it off, he had his own Four Horsemen-like faction in Evolution. As if people didn't have enough reasons to dislike Triple H already.
In case you wondering why it's a blank silhouette, it's they're censoring out Mark Jindrak, who was the was going to be the original fourth man in November when Batista got hurt, I think. Yeah. Batista got hurt or something like that. That's what it was. That's why there's only three of them at the moment. It really was four, and it was Mark Jindrak, but he got replaced by Batista.
Now flaunting a lifestyle.
Not Mark Jindrak. Yeah, Mark Jindrak. I was right. I had to think about it. Yeah, Mark Jindrak. I was like, who's that? Who went the bunnies? Yeah, Mark Jindrak.
could only dream of. Helmsley also got married to Stephanie McMahon in real life around this time. Everything was coming together for the
Yup.
Cerebral Assassin. With The Rock and Stone Cold out of the picture, Triple H was finally able to be the guy, but did so as a despised heel. One of the ways the game cemented himself as a reprehensible heel were through his promos. It wasn't just the content of what
Oh
he
yeah,
said,
he has some promos that wanted to say fuck you, Hunter, for real.
also the intense, drawn-out delivery, as well as the remorselessness behind his words and actions.
But Austin, you might be a student of the game. I am
The game.
the game.
Here we go.
Mick Foley, your blood will stain New York City. Rock, you will know once and for all, I am that
Damn good.
I have no remorse.
Of course.
I have no conscience.
Oh, is that
and I
he-
will stop at nothing.
That's when he took out Flair.
Laughs last, laughs best.
Oh yeah, Orton.
And today, I'm laughing. Face facts!
Oh, yup.
You can't wrestle anymore! You're done! It's over! I grabbed the wagon, and yeah, I started to drag it, but I've been dragging it all along. Just finally, you weren't around to stand in my way. The game has passed you by. Now, I am the showstopper! I will put the animal down. In real life, you can't beat the bad guy. You are no longer the dirtiest player in the game. The game is over. What makes you the best is coming to this ring and defending a title night after night, month after month, year after year. If you're a millionaire,
Oh,
you're
yeah,
evil.
this
If you're a
bullshit.
billionaire, you're the Antichrist. I would rather eat well than sleep well.
Hunter knew how much his
Oh, I hated that little Eric right there because a lot of people like to break it up as is like the whole it's better to be a bad guy than a good guy and shit with that promo. That's why it pisses me off a little bit.
words carried weight when it came to getting heat, which is why he liked to push the crowd's buttons by burying them, both generally
Oh,
and
yep.
individually.
I don't come to where this guy works and tell him when the fries are done.
Oh yeah.
Sorry to this jack off that thinks because he's got his hat on backwards like me, he's cool. I'm sorry to his girlfriend
Yup.
because she's
I
got
heard
boobs.
it. After
Watch where this fat piece of crap is sitting right here. I don't come to where this chick works and tell her what street corner to stand on.
Whoa.
When they don't get what they want, they cry about
Oh,
it. When
shit.
they don't, you know, and if that doesn't
Oh, here we
work,
go.
me and my friend Mark, we're gonna stop watching.
Triple H's evil
Oh man, that was irking. That was like funny but irking because a lot of people are using that right now with the Cody situation, the Cody Cranberry bullshit that folks like to use, whatever.
promos built a classic rivalries against the likes of The Rock, Stone Cold,
Uh-huh.
Mick Foley,
Ooh.
Kurt Angle, and Shawn Michaels. As a heel,
Now the Kurt Angle, the only one was justifiable. The Kurt Angle, he was kind of tweener at the time, but because Kurt Angle was trying to get it was in his way. So that was the only one I was like okay with because he was kind of a tweener and he was always and he had some runs get face. He had some tag matches with face until he revealed himself the one behind Austin getting ran over. But yeah,
Hunter was the perfect foil for the company's top baby faces. Before his work on the microphone and in the ring, he always knew how to get the audience to dislike him, while
Yes.
keeping the shine on the
Oh,
wrestler he was
yeah.
working
Oh,
with.
my
The feud with The
God.
Rock saw a real-life competitive rivalry play out on television. Both were on the ascent at the same time.
well, this one right here is all the way around. Hunter was a babyface at the time, so yeah.
Eager to prove themselves.
Oh, Lord.
as players. Their matches brought out the best
They
in each
did.
other. Their feud was one
They
of the
did,
WWF's
yo.
best. It lasted on and off for the best part of a year,
Facts.
and was supposed to be revisited at WrestleMania 34, but never came to be.
As we were coming up, it would be
And it's supposed to want him to have it at 41 or something soon, but you know Hunter got the situation with his heart. If he wasn't had the health issue, man, they would definitely have that match, man, for real. After what happened at the prevent, except this time he's the baby face and Rock Me to Hell. That'd be interesting right there.
Like we were on different sides all the time, but constantly
True.
striving to get to that next level.
Well, he was the heel and baby face. Well, rare time Rock was the heel and Triple was the baby face. Cause you remember. But forget he helped Mick Foley. He had Mankind. He was part of the help to get the defend off folks so Mankind could win his first title. He actually helped get the title because he pedigree Shane for his shady officiating and gave Mick to Shane to torture him to get the match. Against The Rock.
Helmsley's obsession with being the best
God.
drove him to commit devastating acts. If he was able to
Yo,
stay on top,
I
then
love
he had
it.
to be better than Steve Austin.
Right here.
The game went to
Oh,
insane
yeah.
lengths to try and take Austin out of the picture. It gave new meaning to the Cerebral Assassin moniker.
Yup. When he first took him out, yup. Yup. Oh yeah. When he revealed himself.
Now you know.
Here we go.
You dumb son of a
Why?
bitch.
Y'all do it.
Feud that made
Oh yeah.
Triple H, however,
Why, Triple
came
H? You son of a bitch. Why? Who's this?
Foley.
Oh yeah.
The two had a
Mick
memorable
Foley.
program in
Yes.
1997, as each were eager to prove themselves.
Yeah. Whoo.
Their
Long.
program in 2000 ascended the game to superstardom. As sick and violent as Cactus Jack was, Helmsley had to match him if he was to win. This feud gave Hunter a sadistic and brutal edge that encapsulated the rest of his career.
You are fired. Get out.
Get out! Get out!
Yup. He damn near had to kick. He damn near had to take that man's life to put him away. That's how brutal. That's how much he had to match Mankind. He had to damn near end his career. For literally in his career.
Helmsley's jealousy of Stephanie's admiration for
Oh,
Kurt
yeah.
Angle formed the basis of a love triangle between the three. Steph's crush
And luckily and surprisingly, he kind of made him more of a babyface like than in this matchup.
on Angle started off subtle. Each time she brought him up, the game got more and more agitated until things finally reached its boiling point during the summer of 2000.
He's a pretty great wrestler.
Kill him.
Oh yeah. Yup. This was an incident.
Alternative lifestyles are perfectly acceptable in this day and age.
Yeah, like I said, he was like a tweener at the time too, because he even had a little run time. He had a little reunion with DX as babyfaces for a minute before he two ways wide moment. Yep.
It made for great television, but never got a satisfying conclusion. Hunter didn't want to be the babyface
Yup.
during this rivalry.
Yup.
The feud ended prematurely. A shame given how well it had
Yup.
been built up for over a year.
And he had the oh yeah, remember that?
The feud with Shawn Michaels was an easy story to tell, given their history.
Woo!
Hunter finally got the spotlight after Michaels retired. Then when HBK returned in 2002, the game wanted Shawn as his manager. Helmsley saw Michaels' refusal as a threat, and from there, all the
Yup.
pent-up aggression and jealousy from both parties unraveled, such as Triple H's resentment from playing second fiddle to Shawn in DX, then being the only one left to deal
Yup.
with him after Michaels'
Oh,
life
God.
went off the rails, which led to a real-life falling out. Not to mention
Ooh.
HBK's being jealous of the game reaching the top while Shawn couldn't wrestle.
Oh yeah, the damn triple that SummerSlam match. Oh man, how that? Yo, oh, woo!
It wasn't just the wrestlers.
Of
that
course,
Triple H had
Jim
lots of
Ross.
feuds with. Jim Ross provided the soundtrack to every
Yup.
one of Helmsley's dash.
Facts. Don't do that. Reach in your heart. Don't do it. Oh man. Damn it, so. Oh, God. Yes, this is what I always say this to this day. What we was missing during Roman Reigns' title run, this current Roman Reigns run, he did not have a Jim Ross, man. He didn't have somebody to make us hate that guy, to make folks hate that guy. That's why he's the beloved, from hated hero to beloved villain. Because we didn't get a Jim Ross. We have nobody, a gentleman crowd to talk shit about that man on his current run right now, man. You bastard. Yes. Yo, here we go.
JR gave Hunter the Cerebral Assassin nickname and greatly put over the game as a heel on commentary.
You son of a bitch, don't you hit her! Don't you hit her!
That son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch! Does he have no
Here we go.
Does he have no heart? Do you have no soul?
You son of a bitch.
You realize what
Yo. Here. Debbie on the hell, Triple H. And they gotta do it.
you son of a bitch? Why, Triple H?
Yo. You son of a bitch. Why? Tell me why.
I am.
always shout out to the Jim Ross, man. The soundtrack to us hitting this fucker right here at the time. Yes.
Reality.
He's just.
He's a son of a bitch, if you ask me.
He had plenty of personal ammunition given how much he was beaten up by Helmsy on TV.
Yup.
I think you're a sorry,
Hey.
low-down S.O.B.
He was a damn good wrestler who didn't become that damn good of a character until adversity struck, turning punishment into opportunity. He's
Exactly.
someone who eats,
What we
sleeps,
doing
reads
and
the
what we dealing with right now with Roman.
business, willing to do whatever it takes to be the best. This meant making a career out of being a wrestler fans love to hate. It's why he's the game, and it's what made Triple H wrestling's greatest heel. Now, if you enjoyed this video,
Yeah, I mean, I did this as well too. Like I said, the only time this is the only way I'm gonna do this to bring back memory of the time we hated him and hated Triple H as well too. But yeah, man. As I said, and the reason why I did this, like I said before, this is definitely a good comparison to what we did with Roman. Only things like missing, we don't have a Jim Ross to be the soundtrack of the hate, because he's like that's why we got the hated hero to beloved villain stick as well too. That's the only thing, and the way, and I don't know, whatever. But I feel like lists like this was the biggest, especially that reign of terror or the stuff he's been doing as a heel, was the longest apologies to him for getting punished for the curtain call as well too, and punished us fans as well too. For I will say a little bit punished the fan who took the video of the curtain call as well too for causing it. While this current run Roman is a long apology for the bad booking during his babyface run that got him booed by fans, and punishment for them fans who booed him as a babyface. So yeah, hopefully all this ends at WrestleMania 40. I hope as well too that Cody will take the title for them. We'll see if we will end at 40 or we'll do with it even longer just for the sake of a fucking record that he will need, because all Kevin Side, Roman Reigns did nothing historical, just did not need that damn record. Now, I'm not cheering for him, just saying out of kayfabe or anything as well too from the outside looking in. But at the same time, this enough's enough. It's time for it to end. Just like the reign of terror ended, it's time for this reign of terror to come to the end as well too. All right, and the time is 40. Other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.